Yo guys, it's Tuccio411 here, and in this video I'm going to explain this CPU. I'm going to go through all the components and yeah. Also I'm going to explain why this CPU is a really simple and crappy one. So I'm going to start with the ALU, which is the ALU is arithmetic logic unit. Basically, you put numbers in, you put binary numbers in it, it does calculations and it spits it back out. So this ALU design is my design. It's a CLA, carry look ahead adder. It's 4 bits and I haven't counted the ticks, but it can do every Boolean logic thing, which is like logic gates within the ALU. So next is the registers. I've got 3 dual read registers, well, simulate double read registers. Basically you can save two numbers to one address. So for my case, I can save the A and B. In normal do read registers, you'd save it to one, like cell, and you can have 2 different read outputs, but this is just because I just wanted to make it super simple, and I've got 3 of these, so yeah. And on the end I've got the output for the ALU. For this whole line is the output of the ALU. So next, I guess, is all the Boolean logic stuff. So here on both sides of the ALU is invert A, no, that one's invert B and invert A. These are used for many things. You can use them for subtraction. You'd invert B and add 1 using carry-in. You can do and NAND with these, and you can do other stuffs with it. So next is carry-in. Carry-in is basically adding 1 to your ALU. So as you can see, it's putting 1 in binary, of course. So if I input, just put a random number like that, and that is 3 in binary, and if I add 1 to that, it should, yep, carry over to 4. So yeah, so it just adds 1. Okay, next is flood carry. Says what it does really, just makes all the carries 1. So yeah, this makes a XNOR effect on the adder ALU. So yeah, and that's very useful. I don't have cut carry, which does XOR, but if I can make an XOR without cut carry. And here is OR. This is very important in ALUs, because basically you need that for almost everything you do for Boolean logic. So OR disables the carry. So if I do, usually if I do this, if I do 8 plus 8 in a 4-bit adder, it should be a carry out, which is this line here. But while OR is on, it disables the carry, so it just stays as 8 and doesn't get a carry out. So if I turn this off now, it should be a carry out, which is 16. And yep, there's a carry out. Okay, next is the PROM, program memory, program read-only memory. So for the program read-only memory is basically just a big array of lines connected to a decoder, so I can just test the CPU. And the CPU does not have an instruction set. Instruction set is basically a efficient way of telling the CPU to do something. So I have here is microcode. It's just lines straight off the CPU into a ROM. This is very inefficient because I've programmed Fibonacci. Very simple. You should know what it is. It's basically you add the number last in the sequence, and yeah, I'll show you later. But yeah, I'll show you the instructions. So here is the registers: read register A, write register to the register. So as you can see, I don't have write A or write B. I've just got write. That's the dual read coming into effect. And I've got the that's the immediate decoders. This is the write. This is right. I'll tell you the immediate last because that's kind of confusing. I wouldn't say confusing, but here's read B, invert A, invert B, invert A, carry in, flood carry or. And this is immediate inputs. I'll go over that later. And then the go to. This CPU is super simple. It doesn't even have a program counter. Just it's like this, except you'd have to input every single line you do. So it's very helpful. But the go to line is basically just go to. Yeah, I have a register here connected to a clock, so every time that's gonna run that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this. This is to disable the ROM. I'm just gonna input by hand. So if I want to go to line 1, I would start the clock, which makes this count and inputs anything that does. So this register updates every 17. No, I can't be bothered counting that, but yeah, it updates every few ticks, and it goes into this decoder, which would turn this line on, but I've got it disabled. So this decoder goes from 0 to 16, which is on the end there, all in binary. Okay, I'm gonna reset this register. There we go. Okay, now the immediate. The reason I have immediates is so that the programmer, can input numbers to the CPU. So I've got 4 bits of it because it's a 4-bit system. You don't have to have the full 4 bits because you can do some algorithms to get 1 or yeah. So the immediates. These immediates later on I will be adding stuff onto this CPU. So the immediates are very, very useful because I can use it for the ALU, I could use it for RAM, I could use it to fetch something, anything really. So these are the immediate bits what I can use, and here is the immediate decoder. This is 2 bits, so 4 outputs. So I can have 4 different immediate outputs. So so this isn't a full decoder yet, it's just, this is going to be the 0 line because this bit here. But when I input a number from here, you'll see it in the Fibonacci, it goes into the ALU, straight into the ALU. and I put 1 into it. I could do carrying, which does the same thing, but just for learning purposes I did it with the immediate. So I guess I'll run a Fibonacci program, and this here is just a thing to make the tick like slow, so it makes it slower to turn off, so I can get over there to the output. So I'm going to turn the clock on. There we go. Then I'm going to go over there as fast as I can. So what we should see is 1, 3, 5, 8, then pretty sure 13. Yep, it works. So yeah, so in Fibonacci the algorithm is, I'm pretty sure it's A plus B equals C, then B plus C equals A, then A plus C equals B, then so on and so on and so on. Very simple algorithm to do, and it's good to test your CPU with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Later on in the series I'll be making some adjustments to this. It might not be the same CPU, but I will try to add RAM and a PC before I make a new CPU for YouTube. So I'll make a speed build of maybe, I don't know, decide, either pick the program counter, RAM, or yeah, either pick RAM or the program counter to upgrade first. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you need any more questions, I'll answer them, and I'll be doing a simple like introduction to binary and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Yeah, see you later. Yo guys, I forgot to add a couple of things on the last part of the video. So I forgot to add that for the when I'm making the program counter, I'll be adding conditions, branching conditions. For example, if I want to input something to the CPU, I'll say that if UI is not active, then halt the CPU. Or for example, if carry out is on, shut down, or something like that. Or if 0 save to something, branch to something. So yeah, I'll be adding that. Also, on the speed build video, I kind of screwed up. I connected the reads so that it'd read the same number twice into both sides, and yeah, just dumb crap like that. So I fixed that. I added 3 new inputs here, and also I don't think I explained how the dual read works for the saving part. So for example, if this is all in Word, by the way, so if I save 5, that's going to go into this register and this register. So let me just reset the registers right now so you can see firsthand. So if I set them to 0, which is 111 because it's in Word, excuse me, sorry I took off. So if I input 5, then save that, that's going to save to this register and this register. So that's how dual read works. 1 write for both output inputs and 2 reads for the output. And yeah, so don't forget, write down in the comment section whether you want to see the RAM or the program counter to be made first. I'll most likely do a speed build of both and upload one at the first, or so yeah. So leave a like, subscribe, and see you later.